Hello, and welcome back to the Trajikast podcast. My name is trajikast here on GoldenPiDgeon Gaming. There's a lot going on right now in the world, and what I wanted to talk about today is that SEO, search engine optimization. I wish I knew more about this subject, because then everything will be doing a whole lot better, but on it still. The reason why this is a topic I'm talking about today, and not about Black Lives Matter or anything, the protests or coronavirus, any of that stuff that's going on. The reason why I'm talking about this is because several days ago, a actress that I follow on Instagram and on Twitter, but she's not on Twitter too much. Actress that I follow, Vanessa Antoine. Hopefully I said it correctly the first time. She posted a picture. She posted a video. It was a video, in fact. And in the video, it said, make trouble to this effect. I don't know exactly what it is. I don't want to go look for it right now. But for Trump's birthday, post Obama pictures and make that trend instead of Trump. So that's what she posted. But she didn't post anything as far as text in the Instagram, because you have a description or whatever and you post a hashtag. She didn't post a hashtag. She didn't put any description. No words were in her description at all. It was just the video. And she came back 2 days later and said that post did better than anything else that she did. Kind of felt sorry for her, because I know the feeling that you want stuff to blow up, it never blows up, it never does anything, and then this thing that you think will be innocuous, that you're not really trying to promote, ends up going everywhere, and you don't want to bring anything around it. That's the thing she does. Strangely enough, the black and Canadian, so I know 3 Canadians kind of personally, and I know 3 Canadians, and I follow 3 Canadians, so I'll leave it at that. But but what I'm trying to get to is that she asked a question, given the fact that she didn't post anything as far as the description or anything saying what the post was. It's just something that she thought would be on her timeline, her Instagram timeline feed, only for her fans. But it ended up going not viral, but it had a greater influence and greater engagement than anything else that she posted, and she wanted to know. And I couldn't really explain it. I couldn't explain it at the time, because I did not know, because I don't understand SEO, search engine optimization. Not a thing that I've gotten into. I try to have tags on my stuff. I try to keep up with a bunch of things as far as, how to promote my channel. Doesn't always work, because, not new people coming in. Which I think that, a lot of these social media sites need to say which is new and what you call it. On Instagram, there is one thing where it says new people came in and saw your main page. Your main page. Meaning is saying your home page where all your pictures are. Just the entire grid of all your pictures. And it tells you you had this many viewers and what you call it. Usually in a week I have 5 to 10. Nobody likes or following. I've had one over. I think I've had 3 over this past year. That notwithstanding, to her question, why did this one blow up so much? My belief is that given the fact that Instagram is owned by Facebook, Facebook has an algorithm, or at least not an algorithm, but they have a processor in which, you know, on Facebook you can't post nudes. You know, you can't do it on Instagram either. You can't do that if you have a person, you know, looking at each picture, because there are millions of pictures posted to Instagram and Facebook every day. So how do they do it? They use an algorithm. They put every picture and every post through an algorithm, you know, through a computer, through an algorithm, looks at it and says, oh, this is a boob, this is a booty, this is, you know, what it is. And if it is offensive, something that is deemed offensive, they will then, you know, take it out and say it's controversial. There have been many posts by my friend Wil, and he's gotten cut down. He's been suspended from Facebook and Instagram, depending on what he posted. You know, but those are the words. Vanessa Antoine. I don't know her that well, so I have to say it by her full name. But I'll post a picture here as to what she's done. She's currently the lead actress on a show called Digstown that airs on Canadian Broadcasting Company, the CBC. I don't know Canadian Broadcasting Company, but it's the CBC, and it recently was uploaded to BET Plus. So it's currently run on BET Plus. She's formerly of General Hospital, and this was the next thing that she did after that. So she's on a show called Digstown, which means lawyer. Not important, but if you want to go see it and support a black actress, you can go watch it on BET Plus if you have that. I think it also was on Hulu, but I think she has an exclusive contract with BET Plus right now, and season 1 is on BET Plus. And she was asking, why did this one post that had nothing that you think would have anything to engage with except the picture, why did it blow up? And like I said, you know, Facebook has this thing. So if it has it for boobs, why wouldn't it have it for, you know, words that are actually in a particular post? You know, words that in a particular post, and this one had Trump in it, and it had Obama in it. So maybe it going through the algorithm said, oh, this has the word Trump in it. What kind of people want to look for Trump? The people who want to look for Trump stuff would want to see this picture more so than the audience that it would have been shown if nobody had seen it. Because if you have like when I go through Instagram, I follow several people. I don't like famous people. Like I said, her, Vanessa Antoine, Kim Kardashian are the most famous people that I follow on there. You know, all my friends. There's a couple of other friends that I do follow. Their accounts are private, and Instagram models, Instagram big booty models at that. Cherokee the Ass is probably like those are like the 3 most famous people: Vanessa Antoine, Kim Kardashian, and Cherokee the Ass are like the 3 most famous people that I follow. Like I said, I have all my friends, and Instagram models. That's about it, you know. So anything that I post goes to all my people, all the people that follow me, and depending on what hashtag I go to, it gets further out there. How does it get further out there? You go to the search feed, and what that does is anything that you have engaged with, whether you have stared at it too long, maybe even saved a picture. Yes, I do. I save pictures because me on GoldenPiDgeon Gaming, I have Booty of the Week, and I have to have booty to put on Booty of the Week. Hence why I follow big booty Instagram models. Now that being said, if you go through this feed, it'll show you things that you have, interacted with. Things you have interacted with, whether you have saved it as a bookmark, saved it in your save file, saved it as a snapshot maybe, said nice picture, liked, even posted on your own story or your own page, whether it may be. These things may show up in this feed here. And my feed, my feed itself is interesting. I've had animals. Yes, I get a lot of animal parts. Not animal parts. I have a lot of animal pictures, animal videos. I don't get that many big booty chicks. I have a friend that's part of the LGBT community, female. She was married last year, and I started following her. So I've liked her pictures since, I started following her. Hence, my feed ends up being a lot of LGBT stuff. I have, it ends up being a lot of LGBT stuff. And it's mostly lesbian couples, her and her. Yeah, actually that's a page. Mrs. and Mrs. is a page that pops up a lot on my feed. That's the page that pops up a lot on my feed, and I think it has to do with a lot with the female couple. I don't want to say lesbian couple. It seems a bit harsh, but that's what it is. They are the reason why I get a lot of lesbian pictures in my feed. I get a couple of big booty chicks, in my feed as well, because of all the big booty people that are in those that I follow. Whatever my friends are into, if they have a specific thing, whether it be exercise or whatever, they ends up being on my feed, and usually there's a combination of the two. When Chad was going through his exercise stuff, he probably still does it now. But when he was exercising, I got this strange mix of exercise and models. You know what I'm saying? So I started getting, exercise models in my feed. I started getting in, like I said, I ended up getting a lot of, lesbian marriages in my feed as well, thanks to the newlyweds that I have in my feed. And I ended up getting, what else in my feed? Nothing much, I'm black, so I get a lot of black stuff on my feed, especially now with the Black Lives Matter thing. That's all through my feed. Nothing too weird going on. But getting still to Vanessa Antoine's situation, she may have been put in several people's feed where people were looking for Trump stuff, like they just feed on it. But sometimes when you put something under a certain heading, whether it be politics or Trump or whatever, it may not be like-minded people who also like it. It may not be like-minded people who also like it, so it just pops up. So somebody's dissing Trump, and somebody puts it out. Somebody puts it out there. If somebody's looking for Trump, whatever it may be, because it used to be the fact that for some strange reason, I'm not gonna sit in line like I don't watch porn, but I've learned that when I search through porn, for some odd reason, not because of my friends, like I said, that I have a, lesbian couple, I always, when I search through stuff, I hit -gay. When I go through my search engine, whether it be like Yahoo or Google or anything like that, I always put -gay, -transsexual. What that means is that when I put the -gay and -transsexual, that anything that has that tag on it will not show in my feed no matter what it is. And it just happened to be the fact that I got a little self-conscious, because it just seems like a lot of the stuff that was coming up in my search engine was a lot of gay porn, and a lot of transgender porn for some odd reason. Because you put in black booty, porn is still transgender because it used to be, transsexual. The old joke is that you can't be bigoted in real life, but you can be bigoted in porn because porn is the only place where people are segregated by particular instances, whether it be race, sex, sexual orientation, or sexual identity. It's the only place that is safe. You say that. When I search, I hit minus gay, minus transgender, minus trans to keep that out of my search engine. So when it comes to her, I don't know how you keep something that you say Trump, but keep it like not Trump and not put in your thing. Because if you mention Trump, that word just ends up in the search pool. Like if you go on Twitter, I can look up somebody's name. Because there was recently this thing that happened at ABC, and there was an executive that said something about several employees there, several black employees. At this time, not a good thing. So they, I didn't know who it was, but I ended up seeing one article said that who she was. So seeing that name told me what else I should look for. So I put her name in the search engine, and everything that had her name on it popped up. It didn't have to be a hashtag with her name on it. It just anything with her name and it popped up. Same thing should go for Instagram or any other search engine. Because that's what I was telling you about the minus. If you want to search for something on a particular subject and minus something, like if I want to search harassment but minus Matt Lauer, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see sexual harassment in the workplace, but nothing that has to do with Matt Lauer. You wouldn't do that. You would stick in sexual harassment minus Matt Lauer, and it will put in everything except Matt Lauer. But all your listings would be all the things that would show up for sexual harassment. Excuse me. That is what you do. Due to this actress problem, she had Trump in the picture. It goes through the algorithm to see that it says Trump, and it ends up being picked up by everybody who is Trump-centric. So if you're looking at politics and you love Trump and you want everything that's Trump, she would pop up. She has a large following. 1 second, let me check to see how many people are actually following her. Going on Instagram right now. I'm looking at a couple things right now on the Marvel page. Let's get back to the front, back to the front, back to the front. Push me right. Sorry. That's one. Vanessa, that's one. She should be looking for. She's gone. Did they get her out of there? Did they get rid of her? Oh my god. Did they? Has she been suspended? Oh, yeah. She has over 38,000 followers. Almost 40,000 followers. Well, almost 39,000 followers. I'm gonna get it right now. She has almost 39,000 followers. That is a huge gravity. I say gravity, as far as the number of people who will look at her post if they go through everything. Like just everybody's regular feed. There are almost 40,000 people that she will go through. So that's a huge gravity of people just looking at her stuff at a time. With that large engagement that she would have of people going through pages, it then would, have a greater, pull to people who will look for stuff. It's like, well, if you want to look for Trump stuff, how about look for popular Trump stuff? Here's a person who has around 40,000 people, on their, following them. At best, you have 1,000 people looking, and that's not saying that's viral level or anything like that. But yet and still, if you have 1,000 people looking at one thing and you're looking for Trump stuff, it will show you the most popular thing. So if one thing has 1,000 people looking at it, it tends to get in a lot of people's, feed as far as, stuff to look at. So that being said, this is probably why it ended up getting bigger than what she thought it was going to be, given the fact there was no description at all. Instagram, Facebook put it through an algorithm and saw that one of the words was Trump. After it's seen that Trump is in this thing, it put out there the people who wanted to see Trump stuff, and those people who wanted to see Trump stuff end up seeing her stuff, and probably not on the level that she thought it was going to be. Me being on the internet as long as I have, I know that just because you put something up there, you have certain number of people that follow you, doesn't mean that everybody sees you, nor does everybody engage with it. So if it was to pop up in somebody else's feed, like an Instagram feed, it would probably be not necessarily one of the most popular things. It just depends on who are you following. So if somebody is a real Trump fan, they would have seen this, because a lot of people would have saw this and it would just kept increasing. So this post ended up getting a lot of people looking at it, and they engage in not nice ways. Let's put it like that. Excuse me. They started engaging in not nice ways with her. You know what I'm saying? Like, why do we need this now? Like many not strange comments, but not flattering comments. It's her page. She can do what you want to do with it. You don't like it, don't watch. But it just, like I said, it just ended up being on many pages and many people's feeds. So, and it's just a small reason why. I guess you can say this probably the best reason why it did. It just, she has a large following. A lot of people end up seeing it anyway, and it just ended up being on a feed that end up being in a lot of people's feed that want to see Trump stuff. And Instagram, they're not going to sit there and just say well, nobody's going to see this unless you have a private feed, unless you have a private account. A lot of people have Friendstagram, where only your friends get to see your stuff. Where only your friends get to see your stuff. So that's how that works. I wish I could explain this a little bit better, but I just had to post this up because it was waiting on mine. I didn't get a chance to get in front of the camera. A lot of things going on, and this is the earliest that I can get in front of a camera and tell somebody about this. I think the next thing I'm gonna do is probably be a short thing, and I'll probably be cutting this up raw, cutting it raw, just put it out there. And next thing will just be like just the tweets I'm most proud of, because it's been a while since I've done anything about my tweets and my Instagram and anything like that. I just end up posting. In fact, the other day I posted on my feed, my Twitter and my Instagram and my Facebook, all my stuff. So anybody who did not know where to find me, and anybody who's a fan, they can just go ahead and find me. So that's how that works. So I'll leave it at that. Maybe we can come back to this discussion at a different time, and we'll maybe come back to this at a different time in a different way. Hopefully I can get a little bit more help with this. Danger, Danger. He tried to tell me about it. I try to do my best. I try to use my tags as best as possible when it comes to. I try to use my tags as best as possible when it comes to YouTube, especially. But that's a totally different thing. Probably getting more detail about that later. I wanted to keep this short so I can get it edited down and get it in and have everything straight for like this week. I'm trying to be better about the YouTube thing, trying to be better about the YouTube thing. But I appreciate everybody for coming out here to the Trajikast podcast. My name is trajikast here on GoldenPiDgeon Gaming. I appreciate you coming out. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe notification. Hold off on that. Don't want to mess you up. Don't want to end up in the wrong SEO, search engine optimization. I appreciate you coming out. And until next time, thank you.